To jab or not to jab? That is the question. The long-awaited H1N1 flu vaccine is now available, but just how many people want it? According to a joint survey by the China Daily and Soho.com, 54% of Chinese people say they don't want the flu vaccine.
I don't think old men and children should take it, in case it causes a secondary infection. Nobody can say this vaccine is totally safe. We should be careful taking it.
I don't want to take it because I am healthy, even if I'm 60 already.
The vaccine is still in the experimental stage. Nobody knows if this vaccine will cause any side effects.
The recent survey shows a significant difference from one conducted just 2 months ago. In that one, more than 3/4 of people surveyed say they would want the flu shots. The new survey, which has about 2,000 respondents, shows people's lack of faith in the vaccine. 70% of those who don't want the jab say they don't trust the vaccine's quality or its safety. 23% say they fear potential adverse reactions, while 11% say they're healthy and don't need the vaccine.
There are some dangerous factors that may influence the safety of the vaccine, because the vaccine has only been in production for about 1 month, so I'm not sure if the vaccine is 100% safe.
As for Dr. Liu, he says he doesn't plan to get the vaccine or let his children receive it. And he adds the virus has the potential to mutate, so even after getting the vaccine, one can still be at risk of getting the flu.
What this means is the effectiveness of the vaccine still needs to be evaluated.
He also says the flu vaccine is linked to Guillain-Barré syndrome, or GBS, a neurological disorder that causes temporary paralysis. Back in 1976, when an outbreak of swine flu struck the U.S., about 500 cases of GBS were reported among those who received flu vaccines. 25 of those died because of it. But not everyone is skeptical about it. Some argue that the risk of GBS is as low as 1 case for every 1 million vaccinations. China's World Health Organization representative Michael Leary says the flu shot has been proven safe and effective. He also pointed out that nothing is 100% safe, but almost all of the adverse reactions experienced so far were mild and temporary.
I think different people have their own opinions. I have confidence in the vaccines which are produced in our country. If they are not safe, then they wouldn't have given it to the students.
I have already been given the vaccine, and my parents also allowed me to take it. My mom said if I caught H1N1 flu, I would feel sick.
More than 300,000 people in China have been inoculated with the vaccine. Among this group, 150 have showed mild adverse reactions, such as swelling and fever. But China is not alone when it comes to being pessimistic about the vaccine. According to one poll, roughly half of Canadians surveyed don't want the vaccine, but 67% of them say they believe that the vaccine is safe for adults. And from a recent Washington Post AP poll, which quizzed 1,000 Americans, more than 60% say they will not get vaccinated. Just 52% of parents polled say they plan to have their children vaccinated. Meanwhile, U.S. President Barack Obama has declared the flu outbreak a national emergency last weekend. More than 1,000 Americans have died from the pandemic since it began 6 months ago. Back in China, the government has warned that the battle against the flu is extremely grim after Beijing reported its first death case on Tuesday, which was also the 4th on the mainland. The Ministry of Health says there are now more than 42,000 cases of H1N1 flu in the country, with hundreds being added every day. Sylvia Gunawan, BON.